Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level math video, and today we're going to be talking about lines and angles. So look at the image below and describe what the girl is doing. What tool is she using and what is she measuring? Well, this tool is called a protractor. So she's using a protractor. And she is measuring angles. Alright, so can you find an angle is the amount of turn between two lines at their vertex or common point. So can you find the 90-degree angle, the 45-degree angle, the 180-degree angle, and what do you think the other angles are? Well, the 90-degree angle would be C. The 45-degree angle would be B. The 180-degree angle would be E. A looks like it's a little less than 45 degrees, so maybe about 30 degrees. If I had to take a guess, we could actually get a protractor and measure it if we needed to. Here, letter D, I think so straight up and down would be 90 degrees, and straight across would be 180. So somewhere between 90 and 180, so maybe about 120. And then forming a circle is 360 degrees. Alright, so types of angles. Do you know the different types of angles? And complete each definition with the correct word and use the pictures to help you. So go ahead and try that on your own and then restart the video when you're ready to check your answers. So an obtuse angle is an angle between 90 and 180 degrees. So remember, 90 degrees would be straight up and down, 180 would be straight across, and so it's somewhere between. An acute angle is an angle between 0 and 90 degrees. So it's less than straight up and down, but it's not 0, no angle. Okay. A right angle is an angle that is 90 degrees. And a reflex angle is an angle that is between 180 and 360 degrees. Alright, now match each angle to its definitions, and then you can use the images to help. Again, you can try that on your own and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So complementary angles are D. They add up to 90 degrees, and that would be picture 1. This angle and this angle, if you add them together, you get a 90-degree angle. Adjacent angles are next to each other. So the number 1 would be adjacent angles, number 2 would be adjacent angles, number 3 adjacent angles. So we have several examples of adjacent angles. Supplementary angles add to 180 degrees, which means they would form a straight line. So that would be number 4. Number 4, vertical angles, RB, are formed by intersecting lines. They are opposite and equal. So intersecting lines, opposite and equal. Number 5, exterior angles are on the outside of an angle. So that would be number 5. And interior angles are on the inside of an angle. So number 6. Alright, so we're going to look at the image below, and 4 angles are formed where lines AB and line CD intersect. So we want to answer the questions. So what color is angle AOD? Well, angle AOD is this angle, so it is yellow. What color is angle DOB? So here, that represents DOB, so it's pink. And then what is the name of the blue angle? Well, it's AOC. And what is the name of the green angle? COB. And which angles are vertical? That would be AOD and COB. And which angles are supplementary? So AOD and DOB are supplementary, and then AOC and AOD are supplementary. And what else can you tell about this picture? If you add all the angles together, you get a circle, so that means it is 300, all of the angles will total to 360 degrees. Okay, so lines. What is a line? And complete the definition with the words from below. Again, you can pause the video, try it on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So a line is a straight path that continues forever in both directions. A line segment is part of a line between 2 points. And a ray is part of a line that starts at a point and continues forever in one direction. So A would be an example of a line, B would be a ray, and C would be a line segment. Okay, and then see if you know what these symbols represent and match them to their names. Again, you can try that on your own and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so here AB is a line, so that's number 3. So let's see. Okay, line segment would be letter D. So that would be number 1. Ray would be letter G. Okay, similar would be letter E. Congruent would be letter B. Parallel would be letter H. Perpendicular is letter C. Therefore is letter J. Not equal to is letter I. And equal to is letter F. Okay, so read the description and then try to draw the image. So here we have line segment AB is perpendicular to line segment CD. So here, line segment AB perpendicular to line segment CD. Okay, so line segment ABC is congruent with DBE. So see if you can draw that. They give you a little hint here. In congruent to bisect, to split in half, and to transverse, to pass through two lines, sorry. Okay. And then ABC is supplementary to CBE. Line segment AB and CD intersect to form vertical angles. Line segment FG is parallel to line segment JK, and line segment LM transverses line segment FG and line segment JK at a 45-degree angle. And line segment AB is perpendicular to line segment CD. The vertex is point E. X bisects an angle BEC, forming BEX and CEX. All right, so ABC and DBE are congruent. So A, B, C, and then T and E. It's really hard to see that, but it's not perfectly straight there. So these should all be congruent. ABC is supplementary to CBE. So that would be here we would have A, B, C, and then C, B, E, because the two together should form a straight line if they're supplementary. Line segment AB and line segment CD intersect to form vertical angles. So it would be something like this. A here, B here, C here, and D here. So you have the two angles that are vertical. Oops. It's getting a little messy there, so I need to erase. So line segment FG. So FG is parallel to JK, and LM transverses them at a 45-degree angle. So L and M. And AB is perpendicular to CD. So that's basically this drawing. And then if we labeled this X, the vertex would be X. X bisects these two. So you would have, this is point E here, so BEX and CEX. That would be how you would show that situation. All right, so the characteristics of lines. It says complete each sentence using a word from below. So go ahead and try those on your own and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So these two lines are parallel to each other. This line is horizontal. This line is vertical. This ray bisects the angle to form two equal parts. These two lines are perpendicular to each other. And these two lines meet at a vertex. And a transversal line intersects two lines. Okay, so decide if each statement is true or false. Horizontal lines are straight up and down. Well, that's false. Horizontal lines go from left to right. Horizontal lines are parallel with the horizon. Well, that would be true. Vertical lines are straight from right to left. Well, that would be false because that's a horizontal line. Perpendicular lines intersect to form a right angle. That's true. Parallel lines are always the same distance apart. That's true. And parallel lines can cross each other. That is false. All right, so we're going to try to draw these. So draw a horizontal line about 3 inches long and draw a parallel line segment about 2 inches below it. So a horizontal line about 3 inches. So if it's a line, remember it goes on forever in both directions. And a line segment that's about 2 inches long. It's not perfectly straight, you kind of get the idea. Then draw a 90-degree angle. Draw a line bisecting the angle. So a 90-degree angle is this, and then a line bisecting. It should be straight across. And draw a vertical line about 3 inches long. Draw a point in the middle of the line. Draw a 4-inch perpendicular line going from the point to the right. And I ran out of room, but that would go farther this way. right, so it says connect the two parts to create a sentence, and it says one ending is used 2 times. So these are the rules about lines and angles. All right, so vertical angles, well, that would be letter C, are congruent or equal. The sum of the angles that form a straight line would be 180. The sum of angles around a point is always 360. Perpendicular lines form a 90-degree angle, and corresponding angles are congruent. That's the one that's used twice. A proof is a logical argument that shows why a statement is true. So they want you to complete the proofs with the missing words. So are these lines parallel? And the answer is yes. The lines are parallel because the corresponding angles are, we see they're both 120 degrees, so they are congruent or equal. Congruent means equal. Two angles that form a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So if angle DB is 80 degrees, then angle DA is equal to 180 degrees minus 80 degrees, or 100 degrees. We know that angle AF is 120 degrees. Because the corresponding angles are not equal, the lines are not parallel. So this is the way that you would prove that these two lines are not parallel. All right, the conjunction because is used to express cause or reason, and using angles prove that the triangles are similar. So here's an example. I know that the triangles are similar because similar triangles have congruent corresponding angles. All of the angles in the two triangles are equal. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFG, because the measurements are the same, even though the sizes of the angles or the triangles are different. All right, so it says create sentences using because. Because is followed by a clause with a subject. So for example, angle B is 65 degrees because it is complementary to angle A, and angle A is 35 degrees. Because of is followed by a noun or a gerund. So angle C is equal to angle A because of the rule of corresponding angles. So here we have A equals 100 degrees, and the reason is interior angles of a triangle add to 180 degrees. So the sentence would be angle A equals 100 degrees because angle B and angle C add up to 80, and so 180 minus 80 equals 100. Here, angle B is equal to 120, and the reason is vertical angles are equal. Well, we know that angle A is 120 degrees, so angle B is 120 degrees because vertical angles are always equal, or because of the rule of vertical angles or corresponding angles. And here, angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, reason XZ bisects WXY. So here, angle 1 and angle 2 are equal because XZ bisects angle WXY. We can use the conjunction so is used to express the effect or a result. So here's an example. Two angles that form a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So if angle B is 140, then angle A is equal to 180 minus 140, or 40. All right, so see if you can create some sentences using so. Okay, so here we would have angle C is a right angle, so line A is perpendicular to line B because perpendicular lines form right angles. So AB and CD are parallel. Or, I'm sorry, angle AD equals 165 degrees. So AB and CD are parallel because AB and AD are vertical angles, and vertical angles are equal. Okay, and then angle X and angle Y are complementary, and complementary angles add up to 90 degrees, so angle X equals 30 degrees. Therefore is used at the start of a sentence to show that you reached a conclusion. So here's an example. I know that the triangles are similar because similar triangles have congruent corresponding angles. All of the angles in the two triangles are equal. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent with triangle EFG. And now complete each sentence with because or therefore. Go ahead and try that on your own, and then you can restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, I know that the angles are equal because they are vertical angles. If two of the interior angles of a triangle are 45 degrees, the third triangle must be 90 degrees because the interior angles of a triangle add to 180 degrees. The bisector forms a 90-degree angle, therefore the lines must be perpendicular. And because the angles add to 90 degrees, they must be complementary. The two angles are adjacent and they add to 180 degrees, therefore they are supplementary. Alright, so now you can practice giving some explanations using the pictures, and remember to use because, so, and therefore. We also have another word, respectively, means in that order. So here, if AJE and HOD are 30 and 50 degrees respectively, then what is the measure of AOH? All right, you can try those on your own for practice. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, and if you have any other questions or comments, please leave those for me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.